Summertime is officially here, and we have a ton of energy to burn. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to make an outside obstacle course with all items from the dollar store. We gotta get started now. For the first part of our obstacle course, you're going to need a few solar garden lights, a couple of pool noodles, and duct tape. This way, we'll be able to make a tunnel for your little one to army crawl through. Let's get started. Now with this solar light, it comes in with a spike, and we're going to simply push it into the ground, remove the light, take a little duct tape to cover up the hole, just in case any of those pool noodles come off. Safety first. And they are good to go. For this next one, we're going to be using a dowel and 2 laundry baskets. If you thought the last activity was easy to put together, this one has it beat. Pool noodle, meat, plunger. This next one takes pool noodles and duct tape. You're not seeing double. We're going to make another one of these and turn it into target practice. All done. Now it's time to let Garrison put this to the test.
I made this adorable mud kitchen for my kids last spring, but it needs an upgrade. So I cut my boards down to 5-foot width, and then I'd have 3 going across, and then I'll have the 2 sink tubs, the faucet right there in the middle, and then my stove here. They enjoyed it last summer, but I really wanted to add functional sinks to elevate it. So I bought 2 cheap pumps on Amazon and installed them right above the sink tubs with feed tubes leading to buckets of water underneath. This was a super cheap and easy DIY that is sure to keep my kids busy and outside all summer.
Welcome back to HGTV Handmade. So today I'm here with my friends Tara and Natalie, and we're going to be doing a super fun summertime painting experiment. I don't really know if it's gonna work. We're just gonna see what happens. Basically, we're gonna put some paint into some balloons. We're gonna throw darts at them. Hopefully they explode. We get a splatter painting. Let's see how it goes. All right, so the first step is to get a bunch of paint. This is super cheap, like tempera paint. It was literally just a few dollars for each huge bottle of this. You don't need high quality paint for this project. The cheapest you can get is great. We could just use these as they are, but I think I want an orange. I think I want more of a lighter purple. So I also brought some water bottles, and we're just gonna use these to mix other colors. So now that we've got all of our paint mixed, it's time to fill up the balloons. These are full-size balloons. I tried water balloons. They were too small. They didn't work. Get the big ones. You're also gonna need a funnel. So I tested this out, and I think this is the best way that I figured out how to do it. You put the balloon around the bottom of the funnel, then you pour some paint through the funnel into the balloon, and then take the balloon off the funnel, and very, very carefully, being super careful not to inhale any of the paint, you blow up the balloon a little bit and tie it off. Please do not drink this paint. I mean, it's non-toxic, but like, try not to inhale any. All right, so we just blew up a ton of paint-filled balloons, and now we have to somehow attach them to this canvas. This is just a really big canvas that I got at the craft store. If you want to get one for cheaper, maybe go to a thrift store and like paint over it. You'll also want to make sure that you have a drop cloth down to protect your grass and something behind it, because paint is going to be splattering everywhere. I mean, if you don't care about getting paint everywhere, then you do you, but we have put down a drop cloth and some plywood just to kind of try to keep the paint in one place. Again, we're gonna see how that goes. So in order to get these balloons onto the canvas, you could tape them. I thought that might kind of ruin the splatter effect once you remove the tape. So what we're gonna try is using a needle and thread through the top of the balloon, just to kind of tack that on there. And obviously being very careful not to pop the balloon just yet. We'll get there soon. So we managed to get all of the balloons onto the painting without popping a single one. I'd say that's an achievement. Okay, it's taken us a few hours, but we are finally here to the best part of this project. We're gonna use darts, we're gonna throw them at the canvas, we're gonna pop the balloons, the paint is gonna go everywhere. It's gonna be super fun. You guys ready? You and you?
Yes. Let's do it.
Let's do it. First shot of the day. Let's see how it goes. Nope. Totally off.
Yes.
Not even close.
Yes. Yes. Oh,
Yes.
wow. Nice.
It's so cool. It just like squirted it everywhere. One more, and then we have to go retrieve all the darts.
Oh, that was good.
That was great.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna hit that.
It's literally through the balloon. It went through the balloon and did not pop it.
I love it so much. We maybe needed to blow them up a little bit more.
Yes! Literally on my leg. So that one literally like splashed onto my leg, onto Natalie, onto Tara.
Wow. I don't know.
I think that was our biggest one yet. That got literally
That was
everywhere.
great, yeah.
Can you guess which one we were trying to hit? I think we hit literally every possible spot there is to hit except for that balloon. So also, one thing to note, your darts will get covered in paint, so just have some paper towels nearby.
Oh, boo. Are you kidding me? Yes!
Quite what we were going for the last one.
Yeah.
What are you doing, this piece of art?
Trying to pop it.
I don't think it can be popped any longer.
No.
All right, guys, I'm trying not to like kneel directly in paint, but it worked. I think this looks so good. All we have to do now is cut off the balloons, wash off the darts, and then we've got ourselves a splatter painting. That was literally so fun. Everybody should do this project. It was the best. All right, let's finish this off. Am I dripping everywhere? Check it out, guys. We made a thing. This is still wet. It's dripping literally everywhere. So I'm actually gonna go put it back down, but I think it looks super cool.
I do.
I'm really into this. All right, so that was so fun. I really hope you guys liked it. We wanted to share a few tips that we learned along the way.
I would definitely blow the balloons up a bit bigger so they get you a really good splatter, and I shook them before I put them up there, and the ones I did that to really gave us a nice splatty splat.
Don't throw the darts too hard. You get really big holes in your canvas. And then also make sure you have some place where this can dry afterwards, because that's going to be a while.
Yeah, like a garage, a covered backyard. Also, make sure that you have some friends here because there was a lot of like holding and maneuvering, and if you were trying to do this alone, balloons might be popping, you might be covered in paint.
Definitely do it outside. Doing this inside would have been, my goodness, what a mess. And if you're doing it outside and you want to save your grass, again, the tarps are such a good, they're a dollar store.
These are dollar store
tablecloths.
tablecloths.
Hey guys, welcome back to HGTV Handmade with me, Marianne. So I think we could all use some stress relievers, right? So today I'm going to make 2 stress relievers with my personal favorite ingredient in life, glitter. For the first one, this glitter calming jar, here's what you'll need. Hot water, a glass jar, a skewer, extra fine glitter, glitter glue, and super glue. Okay, so first up, glitter calming jars. I love these because the swirling glitter is so mesmerizing and relaxing, and my kids love them because they really can help them calm down when they're maybe having, let's just call it as it is, a tantrum. Okay, we're gonna start with some hot water. Fill your jar up and leave a couple of inches of room at the top. Next up, grab a bottle of glitter glue. We're gonna use the whole bottle, so pick a color that you like. Let's just squeeze that right into the jar of water. Not gonna lie, squeezing an entire bottle of glitter glue all in one go is one of the more satisfying things I've done today. Okay, glitter glue is in our hot water, and I'm going to go ahead and stir that up with this skewer. It takes a little bit of time to get it all kind of dissolved into the hot water, so be patient. Now the reason we use the glitter glue is it keeps the glitter from settling really quickly, which gives it that really slow, swirly effect. And as you can see, it's already pretty glittery, but we're gonna amp this baby up by adding some extra fine glitter to the mix. I'm using 2 different shades of purple. You wanna kind of eyeball how much to use. I typically use about 4 tablespoons. You can really just add as much or as little as you want. I know what you guys may be thinking. Sure, this looks really cool and all, but what if someone comes along and opens it and you have glitter glue everywhere? Well, that's why we're going to glue the lid on. This is not my first rodeo. All right, we are all mixed up. Now we're going to glue the lid on. And again, this is an important step, particularly if you are going to use this jar with kids, which I really do recommend. It is a great way to get a kid who's acting out or having a bad day. Let them shake this up and then watch the glitter settle to the bottom. All right, so now grab your super glue. Do a nice bead of glue right around the top. Okay, now grab your lid. Don't get super glue on your fingers. Screw it on. Now you just want to let this cool completely before handling it. It's still pretty warm. Okay, so next time you feel stressed, make yourself a glitter jar. Give it a good shake, and then just relax and watch the glitter float down to the bottom. All right, but maybe the calming glitter jar just isn't doing it for you. Well, have no fear. I'm also going to show you how to make glittery slime. It's just the thing to dig your hands into and make all your anxieties float away. Here's what you'll need if you want to make it yourself. A bottle of clear glitter glue, a teaspoon, plastic spoon, borax, a bowl, a measuring cup, and warm water. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is squeeze an entire bottle of clear glitter glue into our bowl. You can use whatever color you want. I'm going with this really pretty blue. Once you've done that, we're going to take some warm water, not boiling, and measure out 1 cup. And then into the warm water, we're going to stir 1 teaspoon of borax. Borax is really easy to find. It's usually in the cleaning aisle of your grocery store. It's very inexpensive. Okay, we're going to stir that in until it's completely dissolved. Once the borax is dissolved, we're going to just pour this right over the glitter glue. And now let that sit for 30 seconds. Okay, so here's why we use warm, not boiling water, because we're getting our hands right in there. And this is where the magic happens. I guess the borax kind of reacts with the glue and makes it solidify. This would be a great project to do with kids. In fact, my kids are going to be super jealous that I'm making this without them. So kind of just start kneading the slime together until it really all starts to stick to itself and not to you. And if you're still finding some sticky spots, just dip it back into the borax water, working it until it forms together. Now, as your slime sits in its container, it really will firm up and become more the consistency of like a stress ball. But when it's freshly made, it is delightfully goopy and surprisingly not very sticky. That's it. 3 ingredients, a couple of steps, all the glitter slime your little stressed out selves could need. All right, so once you have your slime to the consistency you want, you're just going to pop it in a little container like this, and that's all there is to it. Reach for that next time you're feeling stressed out. Well guys, there you have it. 2 glittery stress relievers for all the anxious times in your life.
Hi, welcome back to Handmade. I'm Jill. Today, I'm going to share with you something that my mom used to make for me all the time when I was a kid, homemade Play-Doh. I even have her original recipe written down in this book of family recipes she made for me for Christmas in 2003. That was a really long time ago, so I figured the recipe might have improved since then. I checked out Pinterest and there are tons claiming to be the very best. I tested them all, and today I'm going to share with you which one really did make the best homemade Play-Doh. Let's get started. The first test I tried was called Simple and Easy Play-Doh, and it used only 2 ingredients, cornstarch and hair conditioner. So, you can already tell it doesn't look like Play-Doh. The consistency is different. It's sticky, it's actually really messy, which I don't enjoy. To me, it seems a lot more like a slime recipe. I added more cornstarch and then it just got crumbly, but yeah, this to me is a big no. It's fun, my daughter had fun playing with it.
Do you think it turned out good? I think it turned out bad.
But it's just, that's not Play-Doh. The next recipe I tried was a no-cook recipe. It used several of the ingredients typically found in Play-Doh, like flour, salt, and oil. Now, you can see this does make Play-Doh, and it's a great option for little kids to do because it doesn't require using the stove. This is not my favorite recipe though, because the texture is really grainy from the salt and the color never fully mixed in. It really just doesn't seem like everything came together. This recipe was also no cook, and it also didn't use cream of tartar. You can see that it's just kind of squishy and oily. I don't even want to get it out of the bag because it's such a mess. So again, maybe you would call this slime. I just think it's kind of messy, but it's definitely not Play-Doh. Now, if you will look at that and compare that to the recipe I used from my mom's, her original Play-Doh recipe, and you can definitely see the difference. Okay, step 1 is to use a heavy bottom pan, and we're gonna add 1 cup of flour, 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar, and this can just be found in your baking aisle, and a 1/2 cup of salt. Next, we're gonna add our water, 1 cup of water. And a pro tip here, add your food coloring, just a couple drops to your water, and mix it in now. time we tested this, we added the food coloring to the dough once it was already made, and it stained our hands. Now we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of vegetable or canola oil. Next, we're gonna turn the burner on medium-low and stir the mixture. Wrong burner. We're gonna keep stirring this until it starts to become a solid, and you can see that it's getting thicker. We're gonna keep stirring this until, oh my Lanta. We're gonna keep stirring until it starts to become a solid, and you can see it's getting thicker and lumpy. This is how it's supposed to look. Just the smell of this brings back so many childhood memories. We did this all the time. Okay, it's starting to come together. See how it's starting to kind of stick together and pull off the bottom? That's how you know it's getting close to done. That right there is almost perfect. You know we are getting close to being done. See how it all just sticks together and makes one little mound of dough. I'm gonna scrape what's off the sides. You can see that just starts forming together. I'm gonna turn our burner off. Get as much together as we can. Now this is hot, so be careful, and this is definitely a job for an adult to do. See that nice big mound of dough? Now we're just gonna set this aside on a plate or a piece of parchment or wax paper, and we're gonna let this cool completely. Start to finish, I think that took under 5 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash out this pan, and I'm gonna make a different color. All right, so I've made all my colors and they've been sitting to cool. Now all I'm gonna do is knead them to mix them. And this is a fantastic job for little hands. They love it. So I'm hoping you can see, now that they've been sitting for a while, they've kind of got a little bit of almost like a salty crust on them. But so that's why it's important to knead and really mix all this stuff around before we start playing with it. Now, if you put this in an airtight container like a plastic bag or a container with a lid, this stuff will keep for months and months and months. And look how much more you get than one of those containers you buy from the store. This is at least 4 times the amount of Play-Doh that's in one of those little plastic cups. The more you play with this, the softer and stretchier it will become. I'm gonna keep mixing these and then I'm gonna hand them off to the kiddo.
A snowman? I'm making a Play-Doh snowman.
Let's put all on it. So my favorite
After experimenting with 4 different recipes, I found that my mom's original really is the best. You can make it in less than 5 minutes, start to finish. You can use things you already have in your pantry. It makes the equivalent of 3 or 4 of those containers you can buy at the store. And best of all, it's non-toxic. Now that you have the perfect Play-Doh recipe, let me know in the comments below which color you're going to make first. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.
Hey guys, today I have an amazing project that we're going to be doing. This is kind of nostalgic. You know, it's going to take you back to your childhood. One of my favorite things that I loved to play with when I was a kid is Play-Doh. The one thing I didn't like was my mom scooping it out of my mouth because I would eat it. So today we are going to be making Play-Doh with marshmallows. Yes, and what's good about that? One, I know what's in it, so I know that if my child does eat it, he's not gonna die. And two, it's super easy and fun to create, so let's get started. Here's what you're gonna need for this project. Marshmallows, 2 teaspoons of coconut oil, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, and natural food coloring, because this is where all the creativity happens. Starting with 6 marshmallows in our microwave-safe bowl, 2 teaspoons of coconut oil. Next, we're gonna take our 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, dump it in there. Next, we're going to take our food color. This is the fun part. You can mix colors. It takes about 15 drops. I'm gonna go with blue. Give that a quick mix. Take it over to your microwave. Even though this seems like the perfect project for children, this part is for grown-ups only. We do not want any burnt fingers on our watch. Once it's completely mixed, I'm going to set it aside to let it cool. Once your marshmallow Play-Doh is cooled, you are now going to take remaining coconut oil, emulsify it in your hands. This is going to be like your barrier so it doesn't get sticky. Pull it up and mold it. With your marshmallow Play-Doh formed and ready to be played with, we're going to simply pull out a piece of parchment paper, set it down. Now we just need a few more colors. Color options are endless. All you have to do is grab your kids and have a ton of fun with your new marshmallow Play-Doh.
It's marshmallow. Yum.
No, everybody wants to see your face so we can say goodbye, okay? Hugo, can you tell everybody to like and subscribe?
Okay, like and subscribe, fart.
Hey guys, welcome back to Handmade. It's me, Marianne, and we are still at home, right? We're all staying home, right? We're all being safe? We're all staying at home? Hugo, have you been staying at home? Where have you been going?
I've been going to camping, so the bears eat me, having the party in the bear's mouth.
You've been having a party in a bear's mouth?
Yes!
We've all been staying at home while Hugo has apparently been camping and having a party in a bear's mouth. Sure, why not? So we're all looking for ways to entertain ourselves at home, and it's finally warm outside, so Lulu, you want to tell them what we're going to make?
Fluffy chalk paint.
Fluffy, puffy sidewalk chalk paint. It's so easy to make. It only uses a few ingredients, and it's like that puff paint you use to decorate t-shirts and stuff, except for your sidewalk.
But what about the water?
We're going to put water in it. Should we get started? Should we tell everyone how to make it?
Yes.
Do you guys want to learn how to make this?
Yes.
I think you definitely do. Okay, so we're going to start by getting some chalk. Now, if you are a parent or a kid, chances are you probably have a box like this somewhere full of broken, mangled sidewalk chalk.
But I like this one. This one's really good.
Well, the rainbow one is good, I will admit. But this is the perfect project for all of those broken, kind of grungy, grimy pieces of chalk. So to start, we're gonna grab a grater. Now, this is a good job for an older kid or really a grown-up because this can be pretty sharp. If you don't have one like this, you can use a regular box grater, but you wanna use the fine side of it. Hold on, I'll show you. Here we go.
Those pieces.
If you use a box grater, use the side that looks like this. All right, which color do you want to do, Hugo?
I want to do the blue. I want to do the red.
That's pink.
I want to do the pink.
Okay, we'll do the pink. So grab your chalk, and again, a grown-up is going to grate a stick of chalk. Now, you only need half a stick of chalk to make this chalk paint. All right, so we're going to set this aside.
Should I feel it?
We're not going to feel it. We're just going to set it aside. And we're going to grab a small bowl with a 1/4 cup of flour inside it.
Should I smell it?
What does it smell like?
It smells like cereal.
Smells like cereal. Well, that makes sense. So this is just regular white flour. Now, I know that in some places flour is still a little hard to come by. Hopefully that is not gonna last much longer. But if you don't have any flour, we're gonna put a recipe for some chalk paint that uses cornstarch right down below. So check that out, have no fear. So we have 1/4 cup of flour, and Lulu, why don't you measure 1/4 cup of water? So just fill that up and pour that in there.
Is it going to happen to the chalk?
Good. And now Lulu, you can just set that aside. All right. And now you want to whisk the flour and the water until it's smooth. Lulu, you want to take over?
Oh.
You want it to get good and smooth because...
Mommy,
yes.
It looks like oatmeal.
It does kind of look like oatmeal. You want to get it good and smooth because any lumps and bumps can clog up your squeeze bottle. And nobody wants that, right, Hugo?
What about bubbles?
Bubbles are fine. Nice. You look like a chef.
What? No, I'm a boy.
You're not a chef like Remy and Ratatouille?
No, not on like that. I'm just a kid.
He's just a kid. Okay, now Lulu, you are going to help me use this little silicone spatula, and we are going to carefully scoop,
What's going to happen, Mommy?
scoop the chalk into our mixture.
Mommy, what's going to happen?
What's going to happen? And try to get it all in there.
Should we stir it?
We're going to stir it in a minute. Now, Sidewalk chalk is non-toxic, so we're just using some of our regular kitchen utensils because you can just pop everything in the dishwasher. But if you want to be extra careful, you can use some tools that are just set aside for crafting. All right, that is looking pretty good. Now you're going to mix in the chalk powder. It's already...
Mommy, look what's happening.
It's already so pretty, isn't it? Lulu, now let Lulu have a turn.
It looks like yogurt.
It does kind of look like yogurt.
This would not be very tasty.
No, it's not tasty. This is, even though none of these ingredients so far are toxic, we don't want to eat this, guys. And we especially don't want to eat it after we add the next thing. Okay, so the chalk paint is looking good, but it's not puffy enough, right? Is it puffy?
No!
What do we need to add to make it puffy? We are going to add some shaving cream. Now, this is, I'm going to do it because we don't want to add too much. We want to add just enough to
I'll get this off.
To add a fluffy texture. So, okay. So, aim for, it's about 1/4 cup. You're just going to eyeball it. That looks good.
Should we stir it? It looks.
And now we are going to stir
It looks so edible.
it. I know, shaving cream.
My turn. Looks delicious.
It looks delicious. It's not delicious.
It looks like cotton candy. Smells good. Mine looks like cotton candy.
It does look like cotton candy. And now it smells kind of like my dad.
That's
Weird.
good.
What does it smell like?
It smells like Gigi.
Like Gigi? Like your grandmother?
Yeah.
I have to tell Gigi she smells like shaving cream. All right,
And
so you guys
wants to eat it.
see that like
Look what's
puffy,
happening.
delicious texture? That's right, I called it delicious. I'm just gonna drop that over there.
Look.
Okay, and now all that's left is to put it in our bottle. We just want to use a funnel to scoop it in.
You're turning pink, Mommy. You're turning pink.
I know. Okay, that looks good. All right, and that is one color done. So what do you guys say?
Thank you.
Should we,
test it.
should we make the other colors? Yeah!
Great stirring.
Thanks, buddy.
What does this Cheeto made of?
Cheetos are made out of corn.
Corn is a vegetable, so Cheetos are vegetables.
Lime is a fruit.
Oh, look it.
Better. If you guys don't have any shaving cream at home, you can substitute 1 teaspoon of dish soap. It won't be quite as puffy, but it's still pretty cool. All right, so that didn't take very long. 1.5 cups of flour, 1/2 piece of chalk each, a little bit of shaving cream, and now we're ready to go outside and use our new Puffy chalk paint. Couple of things to note. You need to make this on the day you're going to use it. You can't leave this all stopped up because the flour inside will start to have a chemical reaction and will make a huge mess. It'll be kind of like Sidewalk chalk sourdough.
And Sidewalk chalk fart.
It'd be like a Sidewalk chalk fart. Hugo has hit the nail on the head as usual. So use it all the day that you make it, and once you're done with all of your fun, go ahead and rinse it off your driveway. This has flour in it. You don't really want it to like bake onto your driveway. I don't really think these kids are gonna let me talk to the camera much longer. Lulu, can you say, stay home, stay crafty?
Stay home, stay crafty.
Stay home, stay crafty. We'll see you guys next time. All right, what color do you want?
Make your own driveway chalk with these few simple steps. Start with 1/3 cup of water. Add tempera paint, then 2/3 cup of plaster. And stir, stir, stir. Pour the different colors into fun-shaped forms, and after they dry, pop them out and let your kids show their creative side.
guys. Okay, so St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner, and I'm going to confess it's not my favorite holiday. But you know who's obsessed with it? My little girl Lulu. Somehow she has convinced herself that around every corner are people that are just dying to pinch her. And so today I'm going to make a really adorable eraser stamped t-shirt so I can protect Lulu from all the little pinchers. Here's what you'll need to make your own. White t-shirt, clover stencil, tape, pencil with eraser, paper plate, fabric paint, wax paper, pen or pencil for tracing, scissors, and a piece of scrap cardboard. All right, to start things off, we're going to cut out our stencil. I printed out this free downloadable clover stencil. I chose a 4-leaf clover, but you can also go with a more traditional 3-leaf shamrock. Now just tear off a piece of wax paper and lay it on top of your stencil. Get a pen and trace it out. We have our shamrock shape traced. I'm going to cut it out. So we have our wax paper stencil cut out, and now we're going to get our t-shirt ready. You want to make sure to put a piece of scrap cardboard inside the t-shirt so that the paint won't bleed through. Okay, now to attach your stencil, you just want to place it in roughly the center of your shirt. And now we're going to use tape to anchor the stencil to the t-shirt. Just use a small piece of tape for each leaf. And after we're done painting, we'll take that off and fill in the spots that are left blank. All right, now it's time to start stamping. Now I chose a palette of 4 shades of green to get kind of an ombre effect. But you can go with just 1 or 2 shades of green or just a solid color. We're going to start by putting a small amount of each color of paint onto a paper plate. It really doesn't take a whole lot of paint to do this. Now we're going to get out our pencil. You want to be sure you're using a brand new eraser on your pencil. It doesn't matter if the other end is sharpened or not, but you want to get a nice perfect circle, so pick a brand new pencil. Now we're going to start stamping. So to start things off, pick whichever color you want to start with. I'm going to go with the darkest color. Gently dab your pencil eraser in it, and then dab again to get off the excess paint. Now it's important when you stamp that you press straight down. If you kind of go in at an angle, your stencil is going to lift and you won't get a clean line. And now just stamp around. You want to make sure that you're getting complete coverage on every edge of the stencil, and then you can kind of scatter your dots out as you go away from it. So you can kind of go back over with a couple of the colors and just make sure that you've really got a good border around the edge of your stencil. Once you think you're done, you want to carefully peel off the tape, and you want to lift the stencil straight up. Ta-da! All right, so you can toss that. And now to finish up, I'm just going to fill in these edges where the tape was with a few more eraser stamps. This is a super fun technique, and really you could do it for just about any holiday or occasion. Okay, well, you're just going to want to let this dry before you remove the cardboard, but I think this is going to fit the bill for my little girl this St. Patrick's Day. I'll see you guys next time.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Handmade. I'm Gabriella, and today I'm making a pretty easy project. Did you all know that friendship bracelets are back? Yeah, like those little beaded bracelets that I know I used to make in elementary school with my best friends. They've made a comeback, and I've been seeing them all over Pinterest and TikTok, so obviously that makes me want to try it. There are a bunch of cute ones, but my favorite are those cute little daisies. They're adorable, but a lot of the tutorials I've seen online are kind of hard to follow along with. So today, I'm going to show you how to make a super cute daisy beaded bracelet with a very straightforward tutorial. So let's get started. For this project, you'll want to use an 8mm silk thread like this. I'm also using a 10mm thread for the end of the bracelet. The bead size is important because the thread will need to loop through them, so these are 3mm glass seed beads. I'll link to these in the description below. And lastly, some scissors. Unravel the whole thread and double knot the end, leaving about a 5-inch tail. Thread on as many beads as you want to separate the daisies. I'm doing 3 white beads at the end, but in between I'll just be doing 1. Now, the next beads are going to be the petals of the flower. I'm using purple beads for this, so thread on 4 purple beads and then add another bead which will be the center of the flower. I'm doing yellow. Now, take the needle and thread it through that first petal bead and pull and tighten it all the way through. As you're tightening it, you'll probably need to adjust and rearrange the beads so that they are correctly placed. Sometimes the thread twists a little bit as you're pulling, so just remember to fix it. Now, add 3 more of the petal beads, so again, mine are purple, and thread the needle through the top bead. Again, pull it all the way through and tighten it, and see, this will form this adorable flower. Now, you'll just keep repeating these steps until you get your desired length. Okay, so I'm finishing it off, and I've done a total of 11 flowers because I think that's the length that I want it to be. Now that we're done with that, I want to close up the bracelet. A lot of the tutorials I saw showed a sliding closure with a macrame knot, so that's what we're going to do. Cut about 10 to 12 inches of the 10mm thread, mine is yellow, and rest the ends of the bracelet like this. Put the yellow thread under the ends of the bracelet and fold the right piece on top and the left one over the right one. This will create a loop. Pull this piece under and through the ends of the bracelet and the yellow loop. Pull tightly and it should create a knot. Macrame is definitely not my strong point, but I kinda got the hang of it. Now just repeat on the other side. Do this a few times until you get about 4 knots. You can also sew into the knots for extra security. And then just tie it all off in a tight knot and cut the thread as close to the knot as possible. See, now it slides, and you're done. See, I told you, this was such an easy project. Honestly, look how adorable this is. And although I must admit, I'm really not that into bracelets, I love a good ankle bracelet. I wear them all the time, and I think this would be perfect as an anklet. And of course, this is a friendship bracelet, so I definitely made one of my friends a matching one that I'm gonna send her back home.
Welcome back to HGTV Handmade. I've been obsessed with friendship bracelets since I was in middle school, but I don't think you're ever too old to wear them. So today I'm going to show you a very simple chevron design. Just pick your 3 favorite colors and let's get started.
You will need a pair of scissors, a few buttons, a ruler, and embroidery floss. Pick any 3 colors and then cut 2 strands of each color that measure 30 inches each. You'll have a total of 6 strands. Line them all up and then fold them in half. Then create a loop at the top by forming a knot like so. You'll clip this to a clipboard and then you can get started. Spread out your colors like I've done here. You'll want each side to mirror the other. Take the outside color and move it diagonally across so that it's on the inside. Take the same color on the left and move it diagonally across so that it's also on the inside. Tighten this up a bit before moving on. Move to the next color. Take the outside color and move it to the inside. Same color on the left and cross it over so that it's also on the inside. Again, I'm tightening this up so that you can see the chevrons start to form. And that's how you'll continue for the whole bracelet. It's really as simple as moving the outside strands to the inside, then tightening as you go so that the chevron forms nicely. Let's get a closer look. Again, bring the outside strands to the inside and then tighten. There are no fancy, complicated knots involved, just moving strings from left to right until your bracelet is long enough. When you're done, take all of the strands and form a knot at the end. You'll have a bunch of excess strands, so pick 2 of these and thread them through a button. Then tie a knot to secure the button. You can cut off any of the excess strands and you're all done. The button fits into the loop that you made in the beginning so that you can easily take the bracelet on and off instead of having to tie it on and cut it off. And that's all there is to it.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another Friday episode of HGTV Handmade with me, Anne. For today's inspiration, I am going to show you how to make some animal ears. For materials, I will be using some headbands, and these are just plain headbands. Next, I will be using some colorful felt, and I suggest for you to get like the colors that will match your animal ears. I have gray, I have some browns here to play around with. For tools, I will be using a hot glue gun, some glue sticks, a pair of scissors, and some markers to draw out my animal ears. Step number 1, take out a scrap piece of paper and trace out your animal ear. We are going to be making a template, therefore you only need to draw out one ear, and I suggest for you to look for pictures that will inspire you on how to make your animal ear. And I suggest for you to make your animal ear about 2 inches longer than normal. Step 2, take your felt material out and place your template over on top of the folded felt material. Then use your template as a cutting guide. Cut out your ears, and after that, cut again around your template to get the inside part of the ear. Take the inside part of the ear and place that on top of your second felt material. Then use that as a cutting guide. Now you should have 2 sets for your ears. Here I made 2 sets of ears, 1 cat and 1 bunny rabbit. Now it's time to glue everything together. So make sure you have your little sets of ears glued inside your bigger sets of ears. And as you can see right here, I am just folding the bottom part of the ears together to create a shape. Use your hot glue gun to hold the shape together. As you can see, it adds a nice bend or fold to the ears. And let the glue set for a while, about a couple of minutes before gluing the base of your ears onto your headband. After the glue is dry and the ears are set, then I take out my scissors and just trim around the bottom to make it nice and curvy. After you're happy with how everything looks, then just take out your glue gun and glue the bunny ears to your headband. Another great way to glue some animal ears to your headband without damaging the headband is to fold the back of the animal ears over, place some glue on the back of the animal ears, and then fold over the flap on top of it. After you're done, glue in the second part of your ears, and that is it.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Handmade and welcome to my back patio. I don't know about you all, but I am really looking forward to hosting some small backyard get-togethers this summer. I've been looking for a few ways to dress up my backyard a bit when I have people over. I already have string lights, I'll set the table, I'll add some candles, but I want to add an additional element that'll really give things a pop. I started thinking about paper lanterns. Just your basic white paper lantern. You can buy them almost anywhere. When I go to an event and they have paper lanterns strung up, I think it's so beautiful and whimsical. Anyways, I just love these basic white paper lanterns, and I thought it would be fun to add a botanical element to them. I have so many pots of ferns around my house this time of year, so today I'm going to show you how to press fern leaves like we have here, and then use those dried fern leaves to add a little flair to the basic white paper lantern. I think you're really going to like it. Let's get started. I like to clip 6 to 8 fern leaves per lantern. Make sure you are cutting the stems long so you have plenty to work with. I found the best way and the quickest to press ferns is to use an iron. First, be sure to protect your work surface. I'm using an ironing pad. Next, take 2 sheets of parchment paper. This will be used to protect the fern leaves while ironing. Now, take a fern leaf and put it in between the parchment paper. It's important when pressing any kind of floral or greenery with an iron that you don't glide the iron as you would if you were ironing a shirt. Press down on one area of the fern for about 10 seconds. Now do a little check and make sure it seems like nothing is burning. You'll be able to tell because the leaves will be brown. If everything looks good and your iron setting seems to be correct, move on to the second half of the fern and again press for about 10 seconds. Lift up the parchment paper and make sure there is no moisture left in the fern and that it looks nice and flat. If you see there is still a little moisture left, repeat the process, but be sure not to burn the fern leaf. Look at that, it's just like magic. With the time it takes to watch one of your favorite shows, you could probably finish about 50, at least. Now it's time to add these perfectly pressed fern leaves to the lantern. I'm using a 10-inch lantern, but these paper lanterns come in all kinds of shapes and sizes. Start by taking a little hot glue and arranging the ferns as you like them on the lantern by placing a little dab of glue on the stems. This is basically just to hold the fern leaves in place so you can easily decoupage them to the lanterns to seal and protect them properly. I like to do a couple groupings of 2 fern leaves and then fill in the blank spots. When I'm attaching the fern leaves to the lantern, I don't necessarily like to attach them straight. I like to give them more of an organic look. Now that I've arranged the ferns how I like them on the lantern, I'm just going to trim up a bit at the top and bottom. I'm going to add a thick layer of decoupage glue to each fern. Now when I say thick, it's going to look a little ridiculous, but you have to put a good layer on to make sure that the leaves are really sticking to the lantern. Be sure you are adding the glue to fully cover the fern. You want no fern left untouched. Make sure the leaves are pressed down securely. You can carefully dab your brush on the leaves if that's helpful. I'd recommend leaving the lantern to dry overnight. If you noticed you missed a spot, no worries, you can easily add more glue after it dries. I know that right now this looks like a big gluey mess, and let's be honest, that's because it is, but I promise you this dries clear, so don't worry about that. Just trust the process. It's so pretty, and just like I said, you cannot see the glue. I have made an entire set of lanterns just like this one, and I knocked them out within a couple of hours. Like we always say here at HGTV, it really is all in the details. If you make these paper lanterns, you're going to win Hostess of the Year. Now still, like, give everyone good wine and good food. You know, you can't skip that just because you made these lanterns, but it's an extra cherry on top.
Hi friends, welcome back to Handmade. I'm Jill. So like a lot of other girls, my daughter is crazy about her dolls. They are her daughters, her babies, her friends, and they go everywhere with her. They also come with a lot of stuff, and I get really tired of seeing it laying all over the floor. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a doll clothing rack that cost me less than $10 to make and is stylish. Let's get started. The very first thing I'm going to do is cut my wood slats to size. Now we're going to need 4 pieces of wood total, so all I'm going to do is cut these boards in half. The dolls are 18 inches long, so I'm actually going to make the stand also that tall. These are 3-foot long boards. Half of 3 feet is 18 inches. So now I'm just going to cut my boards in half. I'm going to bring in another piece of wood. This is what I call my sacrificial board. This I can drill into, cut on, and it doesn't matter if it gets messed up, but it helps protect my work surface. I don't want to drill a hole into my table. So now I have my 4 slats cut, and I'm going to go ahead and cut my dowel rod to the desired length, 20 inches long. And that's actually good because it'll count for some room on either end for the dowel caps. So I think it'll make it about 18 inches, which I like it. 18 inches each. Easy math is my kind of math. So because this is a toy that a child's gonna be playing with, I do wanna be sure to sand the edges down really well. So now I'm gonna decide where I want my dowel rod to go, and that'll be the rod that hangs the clothes. So I'm going to do this about 1.5 inches down. I'm marking just so I have an idea, but a great way to do this is to make one hole and then stack this up on top of the others. You'll see what I mean in just a minute. I'm gonna also make a hole at the bottom, and that's where I'm gonna put some extra support twine. I'm gonna do that about 2 inches up. I'm gonna move these other ones for a minute. I'm just gonna work on this one. So using this spade bit, this is gonna make a hole that our dowel rod is gonna go through. Another wonderful thing about using a board underneath is it helps your hole be clean on both sides instead of blowing out. So, like I said, I'm now going to just stack this. I don't think we're all the way through, but now we can move that other one. So close. There we go. 2 done, 2 to go. That's it. I have 4 nice smooth holes. So now I'm gonna switch out my bit, and I'm just gonna use a regular drill bit. This size is based on what you wanna use as some support string at the bottom. I'm just gonna use some jute twine. So measure your twine, make sure your hole is big enough to go through there. And remember, I measured 2 inches up. Now I have a hole for my twine to go through. I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the larger holes. Sand down these sharp edges, both sides. All right, now let's start building. All I'm gonna do is make a little teepee. And I'm gonna put my dowel rod through my big holes. I'm gonna do the exact same on the other side. And you can kind of spread these out a little bit so they can help stand. Remember those holes we drilled at the bottom? To help give this a little bit more support, I'm going to tie some twine to those legs, purpose being so it doesn't come really far out and fall down. That'll help it hold. So I want my knot to be on the inside, so I'm gonna thread it through. I'm just gonna make a couple knots. I'm gonna tie it a few times. I'm gonna pull it through. That's pretty good. I don't really want it to get any wider than that. Now I'm just gonna do the same on the other side. Okay, trim those up so they match the other side. Then I'm going to add my dowel caps. And you could just slide these on, but I really want them to stay securely. So I'm just gonna put a dab of wood glue in here. I'm gonna repeat on the other side. Slide that there. And I have my rack. I'm gonna let this dry and I'm gonna come back and see how it works. Okay, so this has been drying for a few hours and now I'm ready to just see how it works. So I bought doll plastic hangers online and I bought 20 of them for less than $5. And they are perfect for any of these 18-inch tall dolls that are so popular. I tell you, these dolls have better wardrobes than I do. But isn't that the way it goes? I'm just gonna keep hanging clothes and organizing it, and I'm gonna take this up to my daughter's room. Guys, I am thrilled with how this turned out. It is both affordable and adorable, and it was really pretty easy to make. It is the cutest way to showcase these dolls' extensive, fancy wardrobe. Let me know in the comments below if you've made any DIY things for your dolls that I should also try out. As always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to give us a like and subscribe. See you next time.